Hi, and welcome back to Nyla's World, my channel where I just kind of talk about revelations, what I've been coming to realize as I'm continuing through my 20s, and just talk about my life. Well, just to address that elephant in the room as to why I'm wearing these cat ears, one, I think they're cute, and two, what's scarier is the undergrowth of my braids underneath this hat. So if it was hat or the overgrowth, I'm gonna have to go with the hat. I also got it from this Depopper. I'm gonna list her above. Notice how I made the sound. Anyways, today's topic is going to be about the Tracee Ellis Ross interview where she talks about be the CEO of your own life with Emma. I'm not quite sure her last name, but she has a really amazing podcast platform. I was really inspired by this podcast, this interview. It wasn't just a podcast, it was a YouTube video, an hour and something long. And in this hour-long interview, she kind of gets into the details as to how she was able to build a multi-million-dollar business, how she's been able to manifest and carry through with that manifestation into acts of work and live the life that is so iconic today. I mean, whenever I think of Tracee Ellis Ross, I just think rich auntie, I just think icon, I just think cool girl, I just think that girl. Like, if I was her age and living the life that she's living, I hope I am. She looks so free, she looks so happy, she looks so beautiful, and like she's shining her own light and just being herself. And I feel like at a young age, me right now, life has just been going by. I feel like days have been passing and every day has just been merging into the same day. And she kind of makes a point to talk about that and how, hold on, I have my notes. I want to quote exactly what she said. She said, "Don't live your life asleep and wonder how you got there." Such a good point. And then further down, so later in the podcast, later in the interview, she talks about, it's hard to figure out what you want when you don't know who you are. Now, this seemed like a clock to me because for years and years, I've been saying, oh, I would love to be a YouTuber in my own mind. I don't usually verbalize it just because I kind of believe in evil eye, and I'm always kind of scared of other people's reactions toward that, especially because I haven't actually been making any efforts or work towards that. And with something like YouTube or wanting to create content, I feel like that's so saturatedly talked about, and it's rightfully so, because it's like a give and a take. You know what I mean? Like, you can want to be a content creator so bad, but when you're creating the content for some time, you may not get any traction. Like, you may not get the immediate validation of seeing followers or even seeing subscribers. Like, this is my third YouTube video, and I'm pretty sure my last two got like 10 views. And it makes sense because I'm just starting out. I'm recording this on my phone. Like, the quality may not be the best. There are reasons why I may not be getting as much engagement. But what she talks about when she talks about don't live your life asleep and wonder how you got there, and in the aspect of manifestation, she's like, just know that when you're building the life that you want and you're dreaming the life that you want, you also have to realize that you're the one who's gonna have to put in the work to make that outcome be true. Like, you're the one who's gonna have to drag yourself up that hill to get there. But it's better to try to wake up and to put effort every single day and at least trying than to just dream and do nothing about it. And I'm a big dreamer. I love that about myself. I love how imaginative I am and how much I can just foresee these amazing things happening for me and to me. But I just realized I have been super jaded in doing any actual concrete work behind those things. I think especially I live in America, and it's like work, 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 work. And here and there, some people have cracked the code as to how to work, 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 and play so hard that they make the play their work. I'm trying to get like that. But really, to get like that, you have to make a conscious effort, I'm realizing, to do work without seeing validation. And in today's generation, instant validation is everywhere. It's immediate. Our phones, Instagram, TikTok. Like just today, I had to make a deliberate decision to stop going on TikTok so often because my attention span and my ability to focus has become so thinned. It's scary. And I think that's creeping into why it's so hard for me to do things like record a video knowing that there may not be an immediate outcome, but I think it kind of helps you, and it's helping me get to the root of why am I doing it? Like, why do I actually want to make a YouTube channel? Why do I actually want to talk to a camera right now? It's because it's who I am. Who am I? Am I trying to figure that out right now? Like, it's just helping me get to that point, because at the end of the day, it's just me. Like, me be me. I'm gonna lay my head down on my pillow, I'm gonna wake up, and I'm the one who's gonna have to live this life. But just know that that's also very true for you. And she just makes so many good points in the podcast talking about that and highlighting that, on how important it is to focus on who you are. So many of us, she mentions, she's obviously single mommy. That's how everybody sees her, like Tracee Ellis Ross is single queen. But she's like, she was laughing in the interview on how that's not all that she is, but the way that she's able to emanate being such a woman, so comfortable in her own body, is because she made deliberate efforts to figure out who she was. And she was like, so many women dream about husbands, dream about, you know, marriage, being with their partner for the rest of their lives. And she's like, I wonder what would happen if more of us, or in the aspect of her, she was just talking about her, like, could imagine the life that I would live. If I could imagine the life, if we could imagine the life that we want to live, rather than just the partner that we want to have, like how much more would we achieve through that? And with that, how much more effort would we put in to that, knowing that that's the meaning of life, figuring out who we are, you know, the God that's within us, and the reason that we're put on this planet. Yo, that was heavy chat. But yeah, I mean, she really, like, that really woke me up, and it kind of is helping me to slow down and to want to take things day by day, because like I mentioned before, like immediate validation, especially with something like wanting to start a channel, or if you want to start a new hobby, that immediate validation may not hit, and you may not be seeing results for a while. And with this, Lord knows when I might be getting results, you know, Lord knows. But if this is helping me to figure out who I am, and is reopening the possibilities of all the different versions of myself, and I'm like kind of figuring out what I enjoy, what makes me laugh, how I make myself laugh, how I can entertain other people, how I connect to an audience, like how valuable is that alone? How valuable is that alone? Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed my little interpretation of the podcast / interview with Tracee Ellis Ross and Emma. If you guys haven't given it a watch, I highly recommend. It's freaking gold. There's so many good points in it, and my interpretation doesn't even scratch the surface of how much valuable information is in there, and why that video alone is getting me to want to make this video right now. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you are, welcome to my channel. And yeah, I'm done yapping, I think. I really hope this recorded, because before I said I was all out of storage. Like, chat.